Just when we thought Sony Santa Monica was done giving us any other information until the highly anticipated God of War Ragnarok releases November 9th, impatient fans, like myself, were treated to some new combat info provided by Game Informer to try to hold us all over until launch. What we've got from this brief 90-second video gives us a lot to work with. There are some pretty awesome and much appreciated changes being made to the combat system that will prove to be not only deep in its mechanical functionality, but also in its fluidity. In this video, we will be taking a closer look into why this new triangle button feature is so important, and how this new mechanic's inclusion will have further ripple effects that extend far beyond what was shown in the new 90-second video. Ready your Blades of Chaos and Leviathan Axe, grab your boy, and head out to slay foes large and small across the 9 realms as we embrace the hottest new feature of God of War Ragnarok, the fabled triangle button. Yes, you heard me right, the triangle button. It's finally got more uses this time. Party!
Oh boy.
In this new gameplay video provided by Game Informer, we have some pretty exciting new features that further push the functionality of the Blades of Chaos and the Leviathan Axe in meaningful ways. First off, the triangle button serves as each weapon's signature move, which basically applies heavier elemental damage onto your weapon. For example, if you were to have the Blades of Chaos currently equipped, and you either hold or mash the triangle button, your blades will become imbued with fire in a process called whiplash, making it much easier to incinerate enemies. Conversely, if you were to have your Leviathan Axe equipped and hit or hold the triangle button, your axe becomes imbued with more frost or ice qualities in the process called Frost Awaken, making it much easier to freeze enemies solid and rip through enemies weak to ice. Pretty sweet, huh? In addition to that, the developers have said that once the triangle button has been engaged with your current weapon, you will unlock a whole new suite of moves. This essentially means be prepared to have a further expanded moveset while using Whiplash and Frost Awaken. Just think about the combos that can be pulled off here for a moment. Thanks to this awesome new feature is incredibly exciting and further expands Kratos' already massive moveset. We'll go into the triangle button's implications to the game in further detail in just a bit, but before we address that, we gotta now talk about these cool arm shields Kratos is sporting. These sweet new shields, called the Dauntless Shield and the Stonewall Shield, prove to be a very intelligent design that further gives players more choice as to how they want to play God of War Ragnarok. Let's go over the shield I am most likely to use most of the time, and that will be the Dauntless Shield. This shield is all about parrying and rewards split-second reaction times to effectively wield. Upon successfully parrying an enemy, the shield will emit a red glow, letting you know it's time to kick some serious ass. Once players engage their Dauntless Shield, Kratos lunges forward and strikes the enemy, sending the enemy rocketing into the sky while also stunning them, creating an opening for Kratos to go in for a quick kill. I generally like parrying and reactionary combat, so this is a shield I know I will utilize to its fullest. Equally as cool and with its own set of benefits is the Stonewall Shield, a shield that cannot parry but more than makes up for it in its ability to nullify and absorb damage. See this shield gauge down here on the bottom left of your screen? This is something to really keep an eye on, as with each successful block, more segments of the gauge will fill up. Once the gauge is full, the player may engage the Stonewall Shield, smashing the bulky shield into the ground and sending nearby enemies up into the sky, similarly to the Dauntless Shield. It looks like the Stonewall's area of effect looks to be larger than the Dauntless Shield's, so this could be great for crowd control. Just be advised that if you were to block more attacks with the Stonewall Shield once it's fully charged, be prepared to see your attempts to block fail epically as you will become vulnerable to a pounding. I love how these two shields bring with them their own unique risk-reward mechanic that will further expand the gameplay. Man, this 90-second trailer sure packs a lot of amazing combat features in its short length. I even forgot to mention that these scaly enemies in this video are called Grims. Epic fail. Like I said at the beginning of this video, the triangle button feature in God of War Ragnarok has long-reaching implications that are likely to impact far more than just our beloved Blades of Chaos and Leviathan Axe. Sony Santa Monica have certainly kept a tight seal on any sort of new weapons Kratos and Atreus are likely to obtain during their last adventure through the 9 Norse realms. And if anything is to be believed, it's that the Blades of Chaos and the Leviathan Axe are most definitely not the only weapons we will be able to wield in God of War Ragnarok. In addition to the new Dauntless and Stonewall Shields, we should expect any new major weapon Kratos obtains will also utilize this triangle button combat feature. Just like in my previous videos, I explained the high likelihood to see Thor's mythical hammer, the Mjolnir, as a weapon in God of War Ragnarok. If truly present in this game as a weapon to wield, expect the triangle button to cast a heavy arc of lightning to the hammer, allowing for a new elemental type, electricity, to surge relentlessly through Kratos and the Mjolnir, perhaps inflicting paralysis and stun on enemies as a result. Now, if we want to go further beyond the Mjolnir, we can't also dismiss the possibility of coming across Odin's spear, Gungnir, as a possible weapon to wield as well. Gungnir is a weapon of incredible strength, and it is said that it carries with it magical runes in the spear's tip that allow the spear to hit anything that Odin, or perhaps in this case, Kratos, aims at. Defying conventional laws of physics, the spear can weave and curve in the air to hit targets effortlessly. So if we were to have a weapon like this in God of War Ragnarok, a weapon that highly excels at ranged combat, it would near perfectly round out Kratos' arsenal of weapons in his final journey in the Norse realms. Each element these weapons share would be further powered up with the triangle button, giving the player an incredible variety of moves to lay waste to enemies. This new triangle button mechanic breathes so much life into an already excellent combat system established in God of War 2018. And with the inclusion of the Dauntless and Stonewall Shields, Atreus' continued excellence in archery, and the great likelihood of even more gameplay tweaks in the game when it launches, God of War Ragnarok is destined not to disappoint in the gameplay department. There are, of course, many other ways that God of War Ragnarok can improve over its predecessor, by making various tweaks to all aspects of the series systems, of which is all answered in these videos here. Go ahead and check this playlist out if you're interested in more God of War Ragnarok content. If you enjoy this video, go smash the triangle button on the like button, and unleash your Dauntless Shield parry on the subscribe button for much more God of War content compiled in my God of War Ragnarok playlist. Game Informer is going to release more information surrounding the world of God of War Ragnarok this upcoming Tuesday, so keep your eyes peeled for another video going through that and any more information we hear about the game before the game releases. Thank you all again for the support, and get your triangle buttons ready for more videos real soon. Peace!